Hello everyone. Today the car that I have for you is the 8th generation facelifted Hyundai Sonata. So let's start this full in-depth review of this car, talking about a little bit of history about Hyundai and a little bit of history about the Sonata. Today we're at Performance Hyundai Brampton. This is the authorized dealership of Hyundai in the city of Brampton. And it's a part of Performance Auto Group, one of the biggest group with a lot of different brands together. Let's start this in-depth review with a little bit of history. Hyundai is a Korean manufacturer that are building cars more than a decade. The manufacturer actually builds really good cars, considering it's fun to drive, it's reliable considering it's Korean, and it's very nice looking as a Korean designer. So, the Sonata was first released at 1985 with the first generation. After the first generation was a bit low into sales, but it got good demand in Korea. From the second generation, the entire world got to experience Korean cars. We're here at the third generation and it flew by so fast. But overall, the best looking one probably is every single generation, because I don't know how, but they make every single generation look better than the one before. But today we have the 2025 one. This is the base model car. There's one on top of this and the one on top of that. The top of the line variant is the N line. Let's start this full in-depth review by showing you guys the front accent and the car's key. You can see the front has been more developed than the before. Now you have a more sleeker design. You have the daytime running lights on the top, you have the headlights in the bottom, and then you have this front accent that looks aggressive. Number plate slot with opened area for ventilating and cooling the car's engine and feeding all that air so it can cool the turbo, because it's a turbocharged car. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on the full LED headlights. The one that's on top of this variant gets the better lights, but as this is the baseline car, I wouldn't say anything right now. So this is with the daytime running lights, this is with the headlights, this is with the hazard, this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now if I come outside for showing you guys the lights, you can see all Hyundai cars are now getting the headlights in the bottom section, and you can get the hazard and the daytime running lights on the top section. It looks kind of good from the front end, but it needs some more time to grow on me. Now let's look what is powering the Hyundai Sonata. So let's open the hood and let me show you the car's engine. So for opening the hood, there's a button on the driver's side. If I just pull that once, it opens up. And then if I come closer, I can open the hood from the front. If I just open this, I can lift up the hood and it has hydraulic struts. I'm reviewing in Canada. When it's cold, it's way too cold. When it's hot, it's way too hot. I'm literally burning straight up by just making this video, but I'm still doing it for you guys. So, as we are in the engine, let's talk about the competitors as well. The hottest cars in the market right now are mid-size sedans. And mid-size sedans, Hyundai's mid-size sedan is the Hyundai Sonata. Mid-size sedan from Honda is the Honda Accord, from Toyota is the Camry, and from Nissan is the Maxima. If I be honest, this is a 2.5 liter GDI engine that's producing 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, and that's powering the front wheels, or if you get the all-wheel drive version, powering the four wheels. The hybrid generation didn't come into Canada and America yet, but this is the engine. It's a GDI right there. It's a 4-cylinder. That's why it has 4. That's where you pour your engine oil. That's where you check the engine oil level. That's your dipstick. This is where you pour your car's windshield wiper. That's your radiator fluid. You have 2 suspension brackets right there. This is your intercooler, and this brings up the air and all the way gets it inside. Considering the horsepower, 191 horsepower. Being absolutely honest, after driving in Canadian roads, horsepower is important. Because I know there isn't that much place to drive over 100, but in my opinion, you need a bit of power when you're driving. Like, I drove the Honda Accord, the top of the line. I would say the problem with the Honda Accord that I have is it has the power, it has the torque, but it has a CVT transmission. A CVT transmission is boring to drive, but the Hyundai Sonata has a dual clutch transmission that makes it much more fun and makes it much more easier to get out of red lights and just drive the car around. Because in Bangladesh, roads are pretty small, you have low distances. But in Canada, America, if you want to go to A to B, you have to minimum drive of 20 to 25 kilometers. That's your average distance. You have your insulation on the top, and that's going to be pretty much it for the engine. this is a brand new car, if I didn't mention that. You have the Hyundai logo on the top. Logos are getting lighter, cars are getting lighter too. You have your front windshield wipers that are rain sensing, and you have cameras for the safety systems. This just has automatic braking assist and lane keep assist because this is the base model. Now let me show you the car's side profile. So as we are in the side, let me just let you guys know, if you didn't know, the body of the car is pretty much same considering the length, width and the height. It's same as the pre-facelifted model. You can see there are a lot of cars in the pre-owned segment of Hyundai Performance Hyundai Brampton. But the major changes are cosmetic changes like headlights, infotainment, interior and other basic stuff. Let's look at the front wheels. Considering this is the baseline, it actually has pretty good looking exterior and pretty good looking wheels too. You have all season tires from P0s, Pirelli. These are 235/45 R18s, and you can see 4 piston brakes at the front, and the disc thickness is 12 inches with strut suspension and coil springs. You have the side grilling area, and you have your hazards light for the side place right there. That's why the mirror is very sleek looking. It just has your blind spot monitoring. You have your matte finish chrome on your windshield, your window trims. That's nice. You have keyless entry too. And what's good is, this is not you're gonna feel on a Hyundai, because in Honda, Toyota, when you close the door, it feels like a cheap car. Close this door, it almost feels like a German, like almost, not totally, but almost. You have body painted panels for the bottom too, considering the baseline is pretty good. Rear wheels are same as the front, just the brakes are much smaller, and it's a front wheel drive car, so I don't have any other thing to say, but this is the all-wheel drive version. It says it on the sticker too, so this is the all-wheel drive version, but you can also get a front wheel drive version too. For opening the fuel tank, it's capless. Not capless, just if the car is unlocked, you can open it by just tapping it, but it actually has a physical cap. But the capacity is good, it's more than the Honda Accord too. And that's pretty much it for the side. You have a shark fin antenna and you have a panoramic roof too, that the Honda Accord doesn't get, but the Camry does, and the Maxima does. Now let's look at the car's rear. Looking at the rear of the car, the rear actually looks nice. It has been redesigned, it has better looking lights, and obviously you have the black panel considering the spoiler of the car. But if you look at the bottom section, that's where the major changes are. You can't see the exhaust, but you have your rear towing hook here near number plate slot. And then it's pretty good looking diffuser. It says Sonata there, Hyundai logo. And then you have your reversing camera and the button for opening your boot. But it looks better when the lights are on. Without the lights on, it's just looks normal. So if I get inside and turn on the lights, so this is with the hazard, this is with the full lights, this is with the reverse. And then you can actually notice how nice it looks. And then if I put this back to park and if I come outside, for showing you guys the rear lights, you can see how good now it looks with everything turned on. Because it's America, North America, that's why the hazards are red in this country. And then you have the side illumination light too. For opening the trunk, you have to press this button right here, and then it's spring loaded, and then you can get it up. You have almost 550 liters of storage. That's more than the Honda Accord. This is your kit, so you have everything here for if anything goes wrong with the car, you have everything here to work out, like your towing hooks, your tire repair kit. And you have two, so if you lose one, I'm joking, one for the front, one for the back. Your floor mats are here. It's a brand new car, that's why. If you look at the underfloor storage, you have nothing, because now cars just get a tire repair kit, nothing much. And then you can fold down the seats from here too. Just pull these from either side, and then if I go inside, I have to pull those up. So this is the 60, this is the 40. That's pretty much it for the car's trunk. Now let's get inside and get inside the air condition, because it's way too hot here. So now let's get inside the Sonata, the rear seats. So if I get the 40 up, because I already got the 60 up before, and here if we get inside, as this is the baseline car, I would say this is actually pretty nice because it at least has leather seats. But if it was a little more higher than this, it would have more nicer trims and a little more actual leather, because this is artificial. It has an armrest too at the center, and the trim that upgraded from this has rear AC panels, but this at least has two USB-C taps at the back with ISOFIX anchor points. It's pretty comfortable, pretty nice in my opinion, but I think in overall design, I think the Honda Accord takes it for me. But for the rear seats and the exterior, it's not bad. But if I come to the center, there's a transmission hump because of the dual clutch. It's pretty good, not bad. And then if I come to the side, I can show you the door. The door is pretty simple, door handle with line. This is for your window opener. Window doesn't go fully down, like I mentioned, and it doesn't have one touch. This is your grab handle. This is a soft materials trim too. You have your speaker here, and then you have a bottle holder here that's a little small, in my opinion. Pretty nice for the rear, and it's cool how the door sounds when you close it. So first, we get inside the car. It looks good. That's it. I have nothing else to say. And one thing that these Honda Accord doesn't have is a panoramic roof that this car does. So it's a front portion, so this part opens, that part doesn't. But it's actually a very wide opening. It's bigger than these it's bigger than the Honda Accord in my opinion. And it's pretty nice too, because panoramic sunroof is important to some people and not to other people. But I like it when you can see the sky a bit, right? Now if you come to the seats are very nice, and these are heated, and it's very comfortable to sit inside. You have a glove box area too, and it's poweredly adjustable too. You have a glove box area with decent amount of room, and then you have this trim that all the way starts from here, all the way continues to the driver's side, and you have the AC vents that all the way start here, a little gap, and then you have it over there. Dash is soft touch material, you have airbag written there. This is your woofer, and that's pretty much it for the front. If you look at the top section, you have vanity mirrors with a light. With the light, you have to turn it on from here. And then if you look at here, you have some lights too for the center. And this is for your SOS emergency, tow truck assist, and turning on all the lights and turning it off. Pretty nice. You have auto dimmed rear view mirror on the higher grade cars, but this one doesn't have it. This one is just a flick thing. But at least you have some other things on this car. So I would say it's pretty good. Now let's come inside the car, but before that let's show you the storage area. So there's one here. There's two cup holders here, a little key socket. This is for your drive mode, brake hold, and your parking cameras. Little storage area here with a USB-C type for your Apple CarPlay, USB-C type for charging, and that's pretty much it. Now let's get inside and show you guys the infotainment. Because it's way too hot outside, I'm going to close the curtain because that gets the temperature much more higher inside the car. But now let's start with the AC panels first. You have a dual zone climate control on this car. So this is how you control it. So this is my side and this is for the passenger side. And you can also control from here. And I was actually wrong. This car has heated seats and ventilated seats. For a baseline car, I'm pretty confused. Heating steering wheel, and this is for off, and this is for the wind speed, and you can temperature control that too. This is your tuning, and this is for your volume. These are your shortcut buttons, and you have your hazard slide at the center. Pretty nice, pretty cool. If I press this button, if I change the driving modes, it doesn't say anything on the infotainment, but it says on the higher variant cars. But if I look at the parking cameras, you can see the rear view camera. You can change how you want to view it too. So you have your adaptive assist with you, and this is for the up view. So I'm just going to keep it with a wide view, and the big screen actually matters when you drive in American Canada. That's a big yes, and a green flag. Now let me show you the infotainment. So let's go back to home. So this is your normal screen. So these are your widgets and your shortcut buttons. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So that's nice. And it's touch screen. It's very responsive. You can control the brightness from here too. You can turn off the display. You can use split screen too. It's pretty nice. Really pretty easy to use. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's good enough in my opinion. Now if you come to the steering wheel is fully leather strap, and it has tilt and telescopic but manual. And now Hyundai cars get this single line. I don't know why, but it's okay I guess. But I don't like the steering wheel on the Sonata. I think the previous one was way better. But you have controls here for your safeties, and you have control here for your media. It's pretty nice how everything is. But now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system and the instrument cluster. But we're done with the infotainment, so I wanted to test out the voice command, but it's not as accurate and you can't use it for right now. So let's show you the car's instrument cluster. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. It actually does a nice animation when you turn on the car and turn off the car. So the animation only comes here because this is the base model car, but the top of the line vehicles get better animations. This is your speedo. It just says it here, and then it has this very cool design. That's your RPM. It tells you how much RPM it is, and then it just goes up and down. This is your fuel gauge. That's your engine temperature gauge, and the center screen is completely digital. So this says which gear it is and the range that it can go with the fuel it has. The gear knob is actually placed like right here. So if I put it on drive, that's neutral, this is reverse, and the reversing camera pops up. And for park, I just press this button. And then after that, you have your reset and all your trip information with your lane keep assist, your speed limit monitor, and the outside temperature. If I get one down, this is your current trip. If I go one more down, you have your since refueling, so how much you're getting on the kilometers. And then this is your things. And then if you want to reset everything, you just hold it up and then it completely resets. So it's after you refill, you can at least see how much you're driving with the full tank and stuff. But it's pretty nice. But if you change the drive mode, it says here, so it's sport. My drive is individual, snow, normal. So I'm just going to leave it at sport for the meantime. And the steering actually got heavier, so that makes a difference. It's pretty nice. You have your high beam, hazard, and your headlight controls here. And then on this side, you have your windshield wiper controls. So if I want to spray, that's with the spray. If I want to use it, I can use it from that, and I can raise the spray high or low as well. It's pretty nice, pretty cool considering it's a baseline vehicle. But I actually like the Honda Accord better while looks, but this actually has better tech and better performance. Just the looks isn't that good in my opinion. Now let's show you the car's door. But when you turn the car off, it does a nice animation. First of all, you have your AC vent here. You can close it and open it too. This is for the brightness of the instrument cluster. You can see I can actually control that from there. This is for your traction control. This is for your parking brake. This is for opening your boot. If you open this, there's your fuse box. This is for opening the hood of the car. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. You can see the seats are fully powered. And then if you look at the car's door, you have two memory seats here with your Twitter. And then you have the door handle that all the way wraps and goes inside the trim. You have your exterior mirror controls, window openers, window lockers, soft touch material here. You have your speaker and your bottle holder. And then you have your side reflector. As we are done with this video, so let's exit the car. That's pretty much it for today's video. If you liked the car, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to Performance Auto Group and Performance Hyundai Brampton for providing this car to me. And thanks to Sunny, because he always provides all the car for me. So if you need any cars in Hyundai, you know where to come. Until then, I'll see you next time. This is the facelifted version. I did the pre-facelifted version in Bangladesh too. If you want me to review any other cars in Hyundai, let me know. And if you want the top of the line, the N line, or the N, the performance variant, you can let me know. Until then, I'll see you next time. And here we go. So I keep putting it in reverse instead of drive because it's the complete opposite. But considering the Sonata, if you want to buy it, it's a pretty good car. It's pretty comfortable to drive, and it's very sporty too, and especially the dual clutch transmission. That's what I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody, but CVT transmissions are boring, like straight up boring. But dual clutches, I have no complaints with it. It's pretty nice. And the turning radius of this car is 32.4 feet for this generation, because the top of the line variant gets rear steering that moves, so that's kind of nice. But overall, it's pretty nice how everything is with this car. It's pretty comfortable, pretty good to drive, and suspension's incredible. So yeah, that's a good thing. And while if I want to park this car too, it's very easy to do that too, because I have a very good looking reversing camera. So if you guys look at the reversing camera, it has adaptive guidelines, and it's just very nice how you look at it. Don't park in a handicap spot. I'm just doing it because it's not my car, it's the dealership's car, and it's the dealership's parking. So yeah, that's the thing. Pretty nice, pretty cool. Until then, I'll see you at the next review. Have a good day.